Both have won their previous 2 matches in 5 sets. Both ready to duke it out for a place in the 4th round.
Please.
What's Jack's favourite forehand, do you think, Robbie? I mean, I watched a little bit of his Kokonakis match the other night. There's James Trotman. Yeah, Trotters. Now, there's a good fellow, good man of tennis. He did a lot with Ian Barclay in the old days, Pat Cash's old coach. And spent some time in Australia too, Robbie, in our program. So helped the next generation of Aussies there for a couple of years. It's him in the middle.
Leon Smith behind him, head of men's tennis. Nice, no panic. It's so dangerous if you can change direction down the line. Oh, it's one of the greatest skills you can have in this game. Was always a big talent, was Jack Draper. Actually went to the same high school as Tim Henman, where they're both trained out of Reeds, just outside of London. Yeah, what a wonderful tennis program they've got, headed up there by Ben Harron, who has done a superb job. Of course, Ben now coaching Hannah Klugman, who is a big talent coming through on the women's side in the UK. And for a high school program, there's not many like it around. Vukic got a chance to break in the opening game. Well, how do you like that? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Wow. What a great start. You couldn't get a better one. And, you know, Jack Draper goes sometimes for days without losing his serve. So that is a real major breakthrough in the early stages. Only a first step, but a good one.
It's such a good forehand as Vukic. And he flushed that one. Melted into the strings. Because I think the first set will carry a lot of weight in this contest, given how much tennis they've both played, especially Draper. When you have a look at how many hours he has spent on court over the first 2 rounds versus Vukic, it's quite significant. Draper. See Draper 8 hours, 36 minutes on court. Vukic 6.5 hours. A 2-hour differential at high intensity. That counts for a lot. But that's why you work your backside off in the off season, right? Do those interval trainings, do the Versa climber, the running, the bike sprints, so you can capitalize on these opportunities.
Well, I think if you're a serious pro, they're all doing that. I know there were some of them doing it in California. We heard last night.
That's right.
On the beaches.
Yep.
Through the trenches. Sweating bullets.
Yeah, there's some nice beaches down near Collaroy Tennis Club, Northern Sydney.
You haven't been sneaking in there without a visa, have you? Because you got to, you know, if you go over the border to New South Wales, maybe Wally Masur will want to know that you're there. He doesn't want you coming in just without telling him. He lives on the beaches there, and certainly some of these boys.
Yeah, the mayor of Manly is his nickname, right?
The mayor, the mayor, we say.
Yeah, the mayor.
The mayor of Manly. I haven't heard that, but I like it.
So what do you call a female horse then?
A mare.
And then the guy who's the head of the town is also a mayor.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With a little, maybe a bit more of a roll of the R at the end.
Okay.
Gee, he started well, hasn't he? Incredibly well. And, you know, what's interesting about his body language here, Aleksandar, is that he's very composed, you know, and those 2 sets, all those hours on court, they help you with that stuff. Makes you feel a bit more like you're in your domain.
If I told you that on the serve rating on hard courts last year that Jack Draper was ranked inside the top 20, would you be surprised or not?
No. You're not telling me he wasn't.
No, he finished 32 on a hard court.
Is that right? For serving?
Yep. But he's managed to hold here, but he's down on break early on 2-1. Yeah, I still think there's plenty of scope for the serve to improve.
It's off the top of my head, I would have thought it was higher than that. It's a pretty good weapon. It's a good weapon.
Yep, certainly is. 3.5 double faults a match, probably slightly on the upper end of the range. And it doesn't defend that second serve for a lefty as well as others. He is just around the 50% mark. You'd think it would be a little higher.
Well, he's got a pretty good defensive backhand out of that corner, I would have thought.
Well, he certainly does. Off the ground, he is rough.
Time.
Melbourne Park in all her glory and splendor. Here at the Margaret Court Arena, of course, Margaret Court 24 times a major champion. Fair few of those pre the Open era.
Well, he's confident. He's hitting the ball out of the middle, is Aleksandar Vukic. I saw him play a match in Adelaide. He was not hitting the ball with this confidence there. these 2 long matches have really ingrained that bit of confidence into him. Now he's looking impressive in the early stages.
Beat Damir Zumher first round here. Sebastian Korda second.
And great change up there.
That was the biggest win he'd had at a major, beating Korda in the previous round.
Well, he's a serious player, isn't he? Yeah, that's a big win over 5 sets. On the contrast, here is Jack Draper, who has started a little slowly, missing balls that over time you wouldn't expect him to miss.
You're right. Vukic, of course, went to college in the States for 4 years at the University of Illinois in Champaign from 2015 to 2018, where, of course, the CEO of Tennis Australia, Craig Tiley, coached once upon a time. That was many years before Alex went there. Had a lot of success, did Craig. Took their tennis program from being ranked outside the top 100 to eventually winning the NCAA title. More like it. 3-2 to the Aussie in the opening stanza. Beautiful is that? Or some of the pictures that have been produced and beamed around the world are just magnificent. Big shout out to the entire production crew. Those Fitzy and I are lucky enough to work alongside so many of them, and each and every year we just watch them take it to vertigo-inducing heights. Some of these pictures, the super slow-mos. Takes a small village. Well, he's dialed in with the forehand early, Fitzy, and coupling it now with a backhand.
Some footwork there, just a little bit caught up. Made Vukic a little slow to be in a position there. Gee, I like this service motion though, Robbie. It's pretty easy. Both of these serves, excellent.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
Is that going to be in your hardcover book? That one? That must have tickled the line, that one.
It's always nice.
Well, he was the aggressor, Vukic. Deserved to win the point. Draper was defending gallantly, but he's been a bit loose on the forehand wing here in the early days.
I like that. Previous point, he had 3 opportunities where he could have come in, taken the ball out the air, but he didn't. But decided now was the right time to move in. A little earlier today, I was commentating the Davidovich-Fokina men's match, and both guys half a chance to get in when they've got their opponents in trouble. They were doing it, especially Davidovich-Fokina. Boy, is he quick.
15-11.
That guy in the crowd has just reached over and taken a beauty of a one-handed catch.
Yeah, it's common around these parts.
So cheeky, you Aussie say. This will be worth a bonus point in other sports. Yeah, easily done. A couple of quick holds for Jack. He is stalking Aleksandar. 4-3 first set. Aussie still leads.
Time.
Oh, one of my favourite songs of any Aussie singer, The Voice.
John Farnham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of one. I was out of my chair there, bopping and weaving.
He's huge, mate, in Australia. What a great artist he was for so many years, still is.
He sees that shot well.
Yeah. Well, he's got the left to right, doesn't he? The curve. He goes outside the ball, curves it back in. Vukic doesn't swing hard at that backhand a lot of the time. He guides it a little bit, doesn't he? That's the ground stroke he goes after. Chance for Draper here. Well, Draper was controlling the point there. He had the slight upper hand for most of that exchange. And his chance to get back into this first set.
First look at a break point for the Brit.
Well, it's been a good start from Vukic. That's a bit of a setback, isn't it, to lose that advantage? But he started well, he's playing well. Draper, though, starting to warm up a little bit. He was a little cold at the start.
Yeah, he's won 8 consecutive points now, Fitzy.
Yeah.
Clearly enjoying the new balls. It's just a straggler that's come in. Beautiful shape on that serve.
It doesn't make sense to me that you've got that ranked at 32 on the stats, Robbie. Not you, but you read them, and it seems better than that to me, this serve.
I think you get more swing on the ad side. I think it's not as good as some of the lefty serves out there. Juice, it's enough, but on the ad, it needs a bit more. Of course, I think the number that's probably contributing to dragging it down a bit is points won behind the second serve. Yeah, that's right on 50%. You have a look at the guys above him, like Tiafo, 53, Jordan Thompson, 54, Lehechka, 52. So a couple of percentage points better defending the second. He's got it!
Thank you. Please.
Once again, good evidence of how Draper sees that forehand down the line so well. And of course, when you're playing a lefty, you still have to guard the one cross court, don't you? It's unplayable, isn't it? When you hit the line with that much swing. How good is that shot from JD? Takes the lead. He is hotting up nicely, 5-4. Well, if you watched the shot patterns of a lefty forehand, most of the balls would be going to that white zone that you see where it's 35%. I reckon 65% of the shots would be there. But look how different Draper's is. And that's the one where he catches so many of the righties out, Fitzy.
Well, he's got the hook forehand, doesn't he? He sort of doesn't get his wrist inside the ball. He hooks the head of the racket around the outside of the ball, and it draws the ball back into the court. So he uses that down the line, doesn't he, to the right-hander's forehand.
So cleverly, so cleverly. And sometimes you just see a shot well, where if someone woke you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they ask you to hit it, you'd make it all day long. Yeah. What was yours?
Now that's going to take me a while to think about. But this forehand it suits his technique, doesn't it? He likes it. Feels comfortable with it.
Here's the Cain Arena as we see that in the foreground now. We go across to Rod Laver Arena and then just past the Rod Laver Arena. That's where we are, where those 3 lights are. Margaret Court Arena. I love the stadium. 7,500. It is jam-packed tonight on the weekend here in Melbourne. Good energy in the air. So big, 1.94 m. Draper moves so well, so well. It was needed. Just been a struggle for the last 10 minutes or so since being up the break. Main line.
15-13.
Well, he's warming up now, isn't he? He's starting to get hot.
Boomski.
Yeah, that's power, isn't it? Gee, from that depth to be able to hit that, take some forward speed. His forehand has really lit up the whole space, hasn't it?
And especially to that half of the court. And he hasn't wrestled this opening set away from Vukic. He has ripped it away from him. If he can convert here, 2 set points.
30-14.
Both on 5 aces each.
Yeah. Great choice from Draper. He picked the right time, didn't he? Vukic was on the back foot.
Well, after being a breakdown, he has put on a masterclass. The first set belongs to Draper in half an hour, 6 ago. Well, the good news is, if we're wondering if fatigue would be an issue for either of these guys, the serve, backhand, forehand speeds are identical to the previous 2 rounds. And let's not forget they've both gone 5 sets in both matches coming into this one. Slow start for Jack. It broke in the opening game of the match. It was down 3-1. They won in 5 of the next 6 games.
Well, I just wonder whether Jack Draper has, see the contented look there on James Trotman's face, whether he's analysed the movement of Vukic and wonders whether maybe he stands a bit too deep and has his body weight leaning backwards a little bit. He's caught him off guard a couple of times.
Okay, let's receive the serve of Jack here, see what it's like.
Take a bit of your own medicine, Jack. Good choice from Vukic. And Jack is very deep there, very deep.
Those first 2 or 3 steps, you could see how powerful and big they are, eating up a lot of ground, but it wasn't enough. The price for a tentative approach. A shot that has been so good for him, just letting him down there.
He decelerated there dramatically, I thought, on that forehand. Draper, I'm talking about, he had a chance here. He just pushes this ball. Doesn't swing through it. The racket followed through, but he really didn't hit that ball hard. And paid the price there.
It's such a frustration when you know that you work so hard to win a set. Give your serve up as easily as he did there. Keeping the Aussie S&V alive. Just when you thought it may not be in vogue or too popular.
Well, yeah. He's certainly confident on that wing, isn't he, Vukic? the line. Jack thought that was going out through the air.
14.
Just lost his concentration there, Draper. It's not a play you see the pros do very often. He was there. He could have got there and half volleyed that.
Very nice. But naughty too.
14.
Because he's going to maybe hit the drop volley here on this one. And then he just pushes it deep. Catches Vukic coming in. Lovely adjustment. Good soft skills from Draper.
Oh, great hustle. I mean, this is a pretty big body. And his first step's pretty good, isn't it, Jack Draper? That was a great defensive move there. Excellent forehand from Vukic. And he defended it gallantly. Unbelievable miss. That hurts.
Advantage, Vukic.
Well, I don't know what car you drive, Robbie, but I bet you would have bet the car on that one. Maybe not the house, but the car that he would make that. Big hold for the Aussie.
Got right off the hook there, Davis Cup captain. Very Dutch in his orange. Just as we saw in the opening set, Vukic with an early break. Let's see how long he can hang on to it. Good example of the different speeds of the Vukic ground strokes, Fitzy.
Well, he's got so much more racket head speed on the forehand wing. That's his weapon.
Yeah.
That's where he tries to hurt the opposition. The backhand, he just guides. He's got a short backswing, open racket face, so he hits the ball extremely flat on that side and just angles the ball across court when he goes there and pushes it down the line to try to open up the court and wait for the forehand. That's his strategy. He's very effective at it. Wow. Short backswing, but great timing. He's competitive, isn't he? Good to see from the young Aussie. He's playing a high-level opponent here and really is holding his own beautifully.
Oh, what a camera shot that was. Our boys and girls do not miss a thing. Slap bang on the line. No chance of that one being called out.
Oh, excellent stuff. What aggression.
Laver Arena.
And he is a different player than I saw play in Adelaide.
Good.
It's got to be confidence and really showing us what his repertoire can do.
Wouldn't he just love to get the double break right here, right now? Two down, one to go. Oh, what a forehand. He knows how big that was. He's got the added insurance of a double break. You little beauty. 3-love second set. Space those steps out perfectly so that you make contact at the most effective distance away from the body.
Time.
He's really found his range. I'll tell you what, this Aussie is hot right now. He is Alex Vukic, somebody else who is always white hot. There's Roger Rashid, who has just snuck in to join us courtside. We'll bring Roger in a moment.
Robbie, I've heard Roger called a lot of things, but not white hot. Good to have you here, Rash. He's not talking to us.
And it's good to be here right now because, yes, the Australian is hot, Robbie, there's no doubt about that. And Roy, I didn't see the first set, but he was obviously up a break and gave that back. And yeah, it's got some good energy in the arena now. And what's been the biggest change from his end of the court?
Just a small uptick in the effectiveness of his serve, as well as his backhand. He's had a couple of little beauties, and just that subtle difference is what's made all the difference in this second set. Draper's game's just dropped off a percentage point or two.
And against Kokonakis the other night, when Draper was trying to defend the match, his backhand side was the side that he got very aggressive with. He started to step in the court and be a little bit more proactive, and that was the trend and the change.
Been a few more breaks of serve than I would have expected. I mean, it started with the first game of the match, didn't it? When Vukic broke Draper and then lost his serve twice himself to lose the set. He broke twice to start this one. I mean, both these boys serve big. They're good servers, and for me, I wouldn't have expected so many breaks of serve.
Well, the second serve's been the big problem, hasn't it, for Vukic? He's only won 1 of 13. He hasn't defended that well at all. And he won't need to in this game.
Well, that was a good hold, Robbie, and an important one, I think, to consolidate the second break and get him to 4-love, so that he's seriously a favourite to win this second set, and he's got his teeth into this match. It's been impressive.
It certainly has been. Just enough on that final forehand. Just teasing him with that final shot. Serious fizz on that forehand. You can hear the sound of that ball strumming the strings, especially that last one. He loaded that.
40-30.
Spin on that backhand from Draper, and it's interesting when you compare the two forehands and backhands. Fitzy, I think it's more spin on his forehand, but it's Draper with a lot more spin on the backhand, as you alluded to, right? It's pretty flat, the backhand.
Oh, there's a backhand, and case in point. Guided, but with magnificent accuracy down the line. Gee, this is looking like a blowout, this second set. He's got a chance.
Please.
Bit of desperation at the end from Jack Draper there. And Aleksandar Vukic looks like he may have the second set in the bag.
5-zip. It's a nice scoreline.
Time.
But it was Draper who won 5 of the last 6 games to win the opening set. Vukic has just decided to make it one better. Let's go 5 straight. Serving for the second set.
Love it. Love 30.
The one thing we do know about Jack Draper is that he may let this, you never know, he may let this set go at some point, but what a super competitor he is.
Absolutely.
He won't like the scoreline, but it won't affect him moving forward, I don't think.
Well, he's throwing caution to the wind there, and his forehand has been erratic.
15
He's hit
and
a couple of the best you will ever see in this match so far, but he's also sprayed it.
And that's a side, Fitzy, that he does lose some confidence on.
Take the ball, please. Foul. 15-14.
All started with a very casual first point.
Got to be careful to set the tone negatively.
13-14. Wait, please. Game Draper.
Well, it's finding it easier to break than hold.
Well, it was an ordinary game also from Vukic, but it's not so bad. Not so much damage done when you're so far ahead in the set to play an ordinary one. May as well get that one out of the way.
Part of the problem as well, but see in this second set for Draper is the unreturned serves. A lot of them have been coming back. I mean, 47% were unreturned in the first set. It's down to 18 now. Vukic being more effective on the return.
Laver for 10.
Is that wide swinging serve you've been looking for, Rob?
59.
Nice. Nasty.
Nasty. That is, what an accent. Magnificent.
What a great season this young man had last year. Made the finals in Adelaide early on.
14.
One on the grass in Stuttgart. And then again in Vienna at 500, ATP 500 event, beating Karen Khachanov in the final.
Harry casual. Beautifully done. I think he liked that. It's a little wry smile, wasn't it? Great touch here from Alexander. He almost faked one way and went the other.
Okay, 2 games on the bounce for Draper. Let's see if Vukic can put this second set to bed. 5-2. All the players get a couple of those water bottles there that they can keep and use match after match. It's amazing how quickly they've got used to that. They reduce the amount of plastic that's out and about. Well, Vukic had a chance to serve it out at the first time of asking at 5-love. Got a second bite at the cherry here. More like it. Just winning the ace race. 6 for Draper. 8 for Vukic.
14-11.
That was good. That was very good. To set a piece. This one's hotting up nicely.
The approach, I mean, for a player moving forward like that, he sees a gap and goes for it, but it wasn't necessarily the right one. He couldn't, it was too dangerous, hitting the ball into the forehand of Draper. Didn't have time to cover the open court. Good forward speed on the Draper. The second last forehand he hit, he drilled that. So he's got some racket head speed there. This forehand causing some damage.
That's got some horsepower, hasn't it?
And then it dips late. That's the kicker as well.
Out, 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 in. He knows how important this opening service game is because he's lost his serve in the opening game in the previous two sets. It's good awareness. It's better.
Yes, that sets a really different tone.
back edge of the line.
Number 14.
Talk about changing the dynamic in a point.
He hit that well. He knew it was in all the way on the sideline. But disappointed in the end by the length.
Leon Smith just in the back of shot there, just applauding the hits. The strike was a good one.
Rash, his forehand is impressive, Vukic. It's been almost, I think it's been the dominant ground stroke on the court.
Yeah, it's got, as you said, it's got the speed and it's got the heaviness, and he can flatten it out, but then he has that one that comes and dips at you and it pops up. Very impressive.
Clever.
And what he's also able to do, boys, is the Draper forehand that's got a bit of flight on that goes to the backhand. Because he's got that abbreviated sort of bunt backhand, he gets to smother it back. He doesn't find that too difficult. That was clever.
I like that, the abbreviated bunt backhand. That's going to be a Rashid classic.
It's a tongue twister, that one.
This match in the balance right now. Did you see the hands on that ball girl? She plucked that ball out. What a catch.
13-9.
A lot of good catches around here.
Did I say it was common around these parts?
You did. One good test series and you can think you're good catchers now.
You know I only say this stuff to stir up the South African culture.
We could be locking horns in the summer in England, couldn't we?
How good would that be?
The Ashes World Test match, I guess it's called.
Good
That's
serving.
world class, isn't it?
Yeah. He gets you moving the wrong way with that one.
Aussie and a South African locking horns in England. 2-1 Draper. Both these guys have got big serves and big forehands, but it is Vukic's first shot off the serve that we're having a look here, and he gets to use that thing 95% of the time behind his first serve. Serve +1, so effective. He's always looking to bring that forehand into play, and on all but one occasion, he has been able to do that. And look how far inside the baseline. Most of the time, he's hitting his forehand good meter and a half inside the baseline. So he talk about playing to your strengths. Vukic has been doing that really well behind his serve. Now reflective in how good the numbers are that he has been posting when that first serve has gone in. First serve points 182% for the match. That's an A grade. Well, nighttime tennis in Melbourne. It's all happening. So much tennis to enjoy. Long way to go here on Margaret Court Arena. 1 set all, 2-1 on serve. forget the first time I got to see Vukic play. Was it Roland Garros 2020? The COVID French Open in September. He qualified that week. Lost in the opening round to Pedro Martinez, but I watched him come through qualies. He was impressive. That's when I first enjoyed the forehand, Fitzy.
59.
Anyone who can qualify at the French Open knows what they're doing on a clay court.
He's having problems, isn't he, on that wing? Not always. It just flares up occasionally. Beautiful. Gee, when he gets set there, he's confident now. When he gets rushed in there, though, it's not quite the same. But when he's set here, Vukic really is hitting this ball well.
That is rapid.
And after hitting that shot, Jack Draper had a long look down the court. Didn't get much from it though, but nice ball strike, wasn't it?
It was. That's been the quadrant that he's been really effective to with the forehand tonight. That's not coming back. He has practiced in the art of deception.
You know, for one moment I thought that ball was going wide over the sideline, but no such luck for Jack Draper here. I think this is flush on the line. No, inside even. Well,
got to watch the calling of these South Australians, I tell you what. I wonder it was so hard to beat him final round of qualies at Wimbledon.
Hang on. There's another South Australian sitting down there, Robbie. You're surrounded. Okay. We've all got SA behind it.
Yeah. Well said. We've all got a fair few five-setters behind our names as well this week.
Yes, sir. Well, I think there's some belief in Aleksandar Vukic.
Another swift forehand. He enjoyed that, understandably so.
He's out rallying Draper now in the back of the court, and he can sense it a little bit. I hope he can just keep it together here from his point of view. Easy to get overly excited here if he gets ahead. Big few moments. Draper needs to serve well.
He's like a street fighter, isn't he, Jack Draper? You know?
Yeah.
He got that serve, gave a yell, stared down the court. He likes rolling up his sleeves.
Well, he also noticed that Vukic was revving up the crowd, so that's what can bring out those competitive juices. And I understand that feeling, Robbie.
Mm.
Yeah. Good finish there.
Yep. Nice little lob wedge to close out the 5th game. 3-2. Well, we were just talking about where Vukic is hitting that first serve, and to a left-hander on the juice side, you'd expect a lot more balls to be going out wide to the backhand of a lefty, but it's not the case. Vukic is, as you guys were suggesting, plugging away at the forehand of Draper, and you can see 50% of those balls, and even that 11%, I would argue, is probably forehand body.
Yeah, so that graphic has Vukic serving from the other end, and so yes, he's getting his aces down the middle to that first court.
To the forehand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the split almost identical on the ad side, but doesn't return it as effectively off the forehand on the first serve. Because the backhand's a bunt. It's got the stability of the second hand. It's not the case on the forehand. So nice tactical acumen from the Aussie. That time, Draper made one heck of a return off the forehand. Nothing wrong with the first serve. You can see him targeting that spot again. Even though he's lost the point, Vukic pumping his fist up. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
So that graphic is back in my head now. Robbie, he serves to the Draper forehand a lot.
Not sure if he's trying to come in there or not, Rog, but surely the bunt down the line, the flat back can't come in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you do get the opportunities with Jack, because when Jack doesn't quite get that forehand right out of the middle of the racket, it loses you and gives you an opportunity. Kokonakis used that ball a lot.
13.
That's giving him a steady diet of forehand first serves.
That's a nasty point. What a... well, that's your word, Robbie. That was outstanding. Poise, calm, ability to move the ball around the court, and after 17 shot, on that 17th shot, he got the ball, this one here, that sat up there and he just leant on it.
That's the one we're talking about, right? Let's take that backhand down the line, come in. Let's get that body weight going forward. That was straight down a drain pipe, that. Beautiful, so accurate.
That's
one of the best out wide serves he has hit all evening. Too fast, too strong, and simply too good. Quality of these points now, the level of them has just gone up a notch or two. Most of them are finishing either with forcing errors or winners.
Jack Draper. New Boston.
Draper with 14 winners and just 5 unforced errors in this set. It's good stuff. I'll check this point out again. This is what it looks like. Look at the accuracy of the shots. Anytime you can finish a point off with a shot that's probably about 10 miles an hour, it means you've outmaneuvered your opponent. That's what Draper does here. You can see how much running Alex is having to do. So much real estate to cover. Just making sure he's got enough loft.
Time.
Well, he certainly was enjoying the battle with the crowd at Cain Arena. When he was playing Thanasi Kokkinakis, he was giving it the let me hear you when he played good shots. He doesn't mind a hostile environment. The crowd has been very fair this evening on MCA. They've enjoyed the contest. It's been an honest one. Both players going at it. That's what you want to see.
How important is a third set when it's a set all? It's just a massive change, isn't it? One way or the other.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-set swing.
15 all.
I'm not sure if the ball is in or out. We're on our wide camera shot. Watch the umpire's chair on her pad there. A little red light will come on to signal that it's out. A green light if it's in. Oh, that is so good. There's the green light. Yes, why not?
And that was interesting because for the whole rally, the Australian was back behind the base. He was getting pushed back, and as soon as he saw some flighted ball from Draper, he had time. He quickly launched himself into the court. Nice tennis IQ.
Well, Vukic's forehand is doing a lot of damage, isn't it?
14.
Certainly is.
Good game. It's game on here, Robbie.
Oh, yeah. We're getting into sweaty palm territory now.
4 games all.
Was the great Alex Ferguson would say, squeaky bum time. He's getting a little bit more uncomfortable as you support your team or your man.
15 love.
Well, again, testimony to the quality of the set is the number of winners versus unforced errors for both players. They're well in the positive.
Again, if you're willing to quickly accelerate with your feet, you've got time off that forehand to get around. But you better have a big weapon.
Well, that's as good as we've seen. That is not necessarily a high percentage shot. That's tough to make. But he's confident on this. Magnificent forehand here.
Draper's 15th ace in the match. She's 2 ahead of Vukic, in case you were wondering. Last time to come up with the goods. Well, that's a statement of intent. I'll take control. It's 5-4.
Time.
Okay, this will test his nerve and his serve, serving to stay in the set.
He continues with that old faithful there. He's serving that well. Draper might have to just cover that a fraction more.
That's a welcome reprieve because Vukic hasn't had a lot of joy behind his second serve in the match. And he won 25% of the points.
That was a big miss. That was a strange miss, wasn't it? It was like he changed his mind and was out of position somehow. You don't often see a pro miss by that much.
No, that was out of bounds, wasn't it?
Well, he's been successful several times with the drop shot, but it takes a bit more touch and feel, and when the pressure's on, it can become a little bit tentative. Not quite fine enough with this drop shot. Draper hustled really well. Big moment now.
Even if you know that's coming, you can't defend that kind of serving, can you?
Had my eyes on Draper then. He never tried to cheat across to the left at all. He might have to just start looking for that a bit more. But of course, that one on the line, no chance. Wow, good serving. He's on the roll.
Same spot twice there.
Five games
Almost.
30 seconds.
Okay. Both guys serving well. From the back of the court, I'd probably give Vukic the edge. Because Draper's the one who's playing with more confidence given their 2024 seasons.
He was there.
15-11.
Oh, the locals are loving this.
You know, when he flattens that forehand out, Rash, he gets it down the other end very quickly, and he hurts Draper with that shot. He really can accelerate, can't he?
Yeah, and the added extra to that is that his ability to keep holding the baseline, it's different as well, doesn't it? Because it just takes that time away. And he's obviously so confident that he's prepared to be strong across the baseline. Huge point here.
Only the second one for Jack in the whole match, and that is a shocking time to deliver a double fault. Wow, what an opportunity for Vukic here.
Please.
Oh my goodness, where did that come from? I can't believe it. Can you believe it? It's unfathomable. Well, Vukic is not going to complain. What happened there? Of course, it's not how many double faults you necessarily serve. He's only served 2 in this set. Could cost him it. Could cost him a set. He's got 90 seconds here just to get rid of those negative thoughts and move on. The moment he gets up from that bench. Tell you what, Robbie, he's a positive young man. He's come out, that's what the competitor in him, he's tried to put that behind him, but he probably should cover the middle here on the first serve. That's where Vukic is going. It's his favourite, it seems. He went the other way, huh? But he missed it.
Yeah. It's so interesting. This is where you need awareness when you step up to the line. Does he not have a feeling of, Rog, of how well he's been hitting that serve? Why change now? Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
And he's also, that first point, he also took a negative court position when he didn't need to. And initially in that point there, and then he tried to force himself on top of the baseline. And it's not easy, is it, serving it out?
That's more of a stock standard play, isn't it? Even if Draper knows, I think, maybe go with your best serve. This is tense. This is a huge moment in his career.
Yeah, I thought that very first point, the serve was the safer one. He's made it again! No, he hasn't.
15-14.
The volley was out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ball was called out on the right far sideline.
That one there. And even so, Draper.
That was in anyway.
He had it covered.
He played a great point. The forehand is really working for him, but he just got a little wayward with the volley. 2 breakback points here. Oh, a big miss from Draper. That's a bad miss on a big moment. Second serve. He's struggling a bit, Jack, isn't he, right now? But these are hard to serve out. Holds his nerve, Vukic.
This is a big-time play on a big-time point. No panic.
See, if I was his coach, I'd want him to go down the middle here again. It's his favourite. It's where he's getting most of his winners. There it is. Keys served well. And there goes Jack's racket.
Advantage, Vukic.
Just given it more of the treatment as he's got to his bag. He is awfully frustrated.
Racket abuse warning, Mr. Draper.
I think he's lost his vibration dampness. He's going to have to go back for one of those. So all this unfolding right before set point for Vukic. There's a ticket to the party.
And
Vukic takes a 2 sets to 1 lead.
Controlling the tempo. It drives me nuts that they can be allowed to do this to players. But anyway, it's not me who makes the rules.
Set number 4.
His forehand is as good as it gets tonight. I was about to say how that backhand chip was rather ordinary. Twice he hit 2 poor ones with no weight on them. But he always knew, I guess, that he could just come up with this.
That's a haymaker, isn't it?
Let's proceed.
There's parts of Jack's game tonight that haven't looked up to standard for a player with his reputation. He's a goodie, but there's been some holes tonight. You know, I'm all in favour of winning points in different ways, and I like the ability to go to the drop shot. Even though it is tough on a hard court to hit it, tougher than a clay court. Excuse me, tougher than a clay court. But with the way his forehand's working, I just think he should be basing everything around that shot right now. So a good, energetic start from Jack Draper, trying to get himself back on track.
What do you reckon the win predictor's going to tell us, gentlemen?
Well, I think it's got to be in favour of Vukic.
Oh, you're right.
Well, it has to be 2-1. Pre-match. That's interesting.
I guess when you have a look at the respective seasons.
What do you think, Robbie?
Yeah,
without the win predictor, how do you see this?
I mean, obviously Vukic in a strong position now. Just, he's going to be going into uncharted territory, trying to make it through to the fourth round here. Oh, did he know anything about that?
I think there's a little bit of luck there, Rog, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'll just put the racket face on the ball and see what happens. Look, there's a bit of feel, but yeah, there was a bit of luck on that. That it actually almost dropped dead off his racket. Wasn't quite in the middle. That assisted big time.
Yep. He's hit that serve well. It's not the fastest, but it is definitely the most accurate. And again. When he was practicing in the off-season, I watched a couple of sessions, middle of the day, hottest time of the day. I've just been playing for 3 hours. And then straight to the basket of balls just to finish off again, work on the serve when he was tired. Having some heavy sessions with Chris O'Connell. can tell he's coming with a definitive game plan, can't you, Rog?
Yeah, and you can see there, again, that forehand from Draper drops short. He's trying to fizz it and trying to push it deep, but and there's very few points where he's able to have Alex deep behind the baseline. Nice work jumping on top of that.
You know,
One game more.
if you're Aleksandar Vukic, you just continue along, don't look sideways, keep playing with the same game plan, and have an underlying knowledge that when it got close in that third set, Jack Draper on this night, he floundered. So that's what you've got to be looking for, to keep doing everything the same. I mean, Draper may well play better this set. He needs to, by the way, if he's going to win this match. But you just keep on keeping on if you're Vukic right now. Same tactics, same attitude. Awesome, unbelievable! How was the backhand slice? What was better?
The forehand. He's got no business making this, Fitzy. None whatsoever.
That's two of the plays of the day in two hits. He's a competitor, Draper, isn't he?
How can that previous point count the same as
that one?
It's a joke, right?
Oh, that got us out of our chair. Well, he's trying to compete, Jack Draper, but he's not hitting the ball in the middle well enough at the moment.
Vukic has done such a good job of rushing the Draper forehand.
Held his nerve.
He's just putting the bat on the ball. It's going in. Isn't he? Vukic. That was, you're right, Fitzy. Held his nerve beautifully there.
Oh, it's a hard hat hold. Hard hat hold, that was. But importantly, he leads 2-1. Well, we've got to take a look at that great point again. Let me check this out. Here comes the slice down the line.
Is that around the net post?
Oh yeah, very much so. How good is the accuracy?
Oh, I went over the net post, Robbie, I think. Oh, there's so much of me disappointed it didn't go around the net post too. What a play.
Yeah, that'll be on his Insta story tomorrow.
Good reaction from Jack, wasn't it? Good for him.
Time.
He plays hard, but he plays fair, does Jack Draper. Didn't play any warm-up events. He was supposed to play the United Cup, was Draper. He was slated to play there, but with the hip issue, he decided to give it a miss.
Geez, hitting that one well. Both sides really, but I think if I've got a favourite tonight, it's his off forehand. Opens the court up with that and puts it away. Bit lucky there, Jack Draper. Some frame in that last forehand, but it drops in. Take it when you can. There's a stumble.
Just noticed that ball toss was a little further behind him.
Let's for serving.
It's all about placement.
30-42.
Gee whiz, he's come up big with that forehand. Suffocating Draper with the length.
Advantage, Draper.
Maybe just starting to lean that way a little bit, isn't he, Draper? Let's cover the forehand a bit more there.
It's the one he was making with great regularity in the opening set.
Advantage, Vukic.
Very few forehands he's decelerated on. It's a good one there. This is the one. He's reaching for it. Feet not quite in position.
Beautiful. There's Roger Rashid's favourite short backswing bunt.
It's another
Perfect.
South Australian who had a pretty good double-handed backhand like that.
He used to swing out a bit more, though. He's sitting in the box tonight with an orange shirt on, but he used to swing at that a little bit more. That's a really short bunt with the wrists. But wow, is he serving well and hitting his forehand well. There he is. Got to number one.
Two-time major champion, he's not too bad.
Just snuck in there between Pete Sampras and Roger Federer.
He'll tell you he nudged Pete Sampras aside when he beat him at the US Open.
Hang on. No one nudged Pete Sampras, did they? 14 major championships.
We saw a lot of that from Pete, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Good feeling when you're serving as well as what Vukic is tonight. What a platform that creates for you.
That was a huge hold, wasn't it,
Yep.
Robbie? He just looks better from the back of the court to me, Vukic. He doesn't need to panic. Just drops it short, doesn't he? Constantly drops that forehand short when you go in hard in there.
Yes.
So this is a moment for a young player who hasn't been here before. Not to get ahead of yourself. Just play each point as it comes. You can see him starting to breathe a little harder. He's starting to think about maybe winning now. Don't change anything.
Thank you. Love 14.
What a gilt-edged opportunity this is.
Please. Out. 15-14.
No time to be passive now for Vukic. He's got to play to win this point, not hope that Draper makes a mistake. Not a whole lot you can do there. Draper just giving him a taste of his own medicine. And I tell you what, course, Draper doesn't want to go down low 40, but if he can hold from here, that might really just start to play on the mind of Vukic, the size of the opportunity.
Advantage, Draper.
He was there this time. The drop shot wasn't great. He was there at the top of the apex. Just missed it. Jack survives.
Draper.
He's got his nose out in front to lead 3-2 in the fourth, but he's down 2-1. Well, there's been just one double fault from Vukic in this set, and you can see where it is. When it happened, we alluded to the fact that the ball toss was a little too far left and behind, and this is a nice illustration to see the bad ball, that red one there, and just highlights the importance of the ball toss. When you get them in the right spot, you tend to serve very well. And of course, that's what Vukic has done, but I thought it was such a good illustration. Just highlights when you're a little off under pressure and you serve that double fault. On that occasion, it was the ball toss that was a little too far left and back. And you can see it clear as daylight there. Nice illustration from our boys working overtime there in bolt 6.
Time.
Was the perfect antidote to losing 5 points in a row. Thought he might drop the racket and try with two hands.
We've seen this before, haven't we, Fitzy?
Let's have a look at it. Come to me. Oh, we had a couple of grabs at it. Is that a sign? Is that a sign? He has vaporized that forehand as Vukic.
3 games on, 4 seconds.
Watch carefully, you'll see a vapor trail. Watch. It's beautiful when someone hits it that sweetly. These forehand winners are starting to mount big time now.
15 love.
Till he is 20 in total for Vukic, 12 for Draper.
Please.
Pouring it on now.
But he's just got more game from the back of the court than Draper
15
on this day. Dominating him with the forehand when he gets a shot at it. Pressure moments.
Thank you. Please.
Wow, big opportunity. Hasn't missed many of those in all of these 4 sets. Aleksandar Vukic. Beautiful return.
Oh, it's way in.
Mate, he let that go.
He did.
He's out of sorts here, Jack. For me, he could have made a volley on that, decides to let it go, and he judged that poorly. He was there.
Please.
He came through with the goods, didn't he?
Juice.
Saved all 4 break points that he has faced in this 4th set.
Advantage. Draper.
It's good defense. Good defense.
Draper.
Another tough hold for Jack. His camp is delighted.
Draper leads.
He's dodged another one there. 4-3.
Time.
tell you that Jack Draper is now the player with the most time spent on courts at the Australian Open 2025. 10 hours. And it'll be like 13 minutes if my maths is any good. Probably a bit more now. Take whatever you get.
That's just world class, Robbie.
Well, it's just his ball positioning as well. The whole time he's actually balling off the back of the court. And Draper, once he gets into that mode where he's sort of stationary a fair way behind the baseline, he's got too many options. And it's quite cool down here as well. So, and he's got this slight breeze coming from behind him, Vukic.
Okay, that finish line is definitely within sight, but you've got to keep your focus. Don't look too far ahead if you're Vukic.
15-11.
Wow. Beautiful bender of a serve.
Well, the right-hander hitting that forehand down the line there is flirting with a bit of danger because the spin from the left-hander's serve takes that wider out over the sideline.
Nice comfortable hold, just what you want as you approach the sharp end of a set. 5-4 in the fourth. 4-5. Oh, it's a bit of a cheat code that when you get that close.
Well, he took advantage of the miss hit. The one before that had dropped in and set up that approach shot. Not a bad play to rush forward at times.
Can you see how Draper's two forehands before that, leaning back, and he just can't get any legitimate penetration off the ball, and it's easy for a person who wants to step in and take the court to deal with.
That is almost Djokovician in its execution. How often did the great man do that against Rafa?
Tell you what, the Australian's not far away here. A hiccup from the opponent or one or two big winners at the right time, and this match can be his. And Draper knows it. He's fighting hard. He is a good competitor. Not sure we've seen his best tennis yet tonight, but he's still got his shoulder to the grindstone. Found his rhythm.
Absolutely, yes. So after fighting off 4 break points in back-to-back service games, it's been a lot easier since then. 6-5.
Time.
Well, it's been 2 hours and 37 minutes of enthralling tennis. Draper finishing so strongly in the opening set, winning 5 of the last 6 games there after being down a break, but since then it's been all Vukic. It's worth also letting you know he's had 4 break points as Vukic in the set, unable to convert. One of the service games, he had Draper love 40. Draper wriggled free in the 4th game of the set.
Love 13.
Goodness me. Rash, my heart was in my mouth there from an Australian perspective.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It was coming from a high spot, wasn't it? So you had to get it perfect, otherwise Draper was going to be able to get there. But how short were the forehands from the lefty?
Well, I want to make it clear too, we don't want to show any bias here. This crowd has an influence though, they really do. It's a home court advantage here for Aleksandar Vukic, and he's giving them a lot to cheer about here. Gutsy point there from the back of the court. He's missed it. Draper is fighting hard, isn't he? Grinding in this game.
You've got to remember, both of these guys have played 2 5-setters coming into this match. Could it be a third for both? This guy's plugged into the mains. How about that to save a set point? It's jaw-dropping stuff. Oof.
Please. Please.
Fortune favouring the brave.
He shows what his natural inclination is, I think, on the big moments, and this is about as big as it gets. Desperate to get forward, and he catches Vukic unaware, floating a backhand chip.
Another set point. Come on.
What a drop volley. I thought Draper had him in trouble. The pass was dipping. He comes in against the forehand and it dips. And you wouldn't have bet on that. What a gutsy volley.
Thank you. Please.
Tell you what, Houdini's jealous.
That was a good forehand, wasn't it? I mean, terrific second serve. He's missed 3 first serves in a row to the first court. He's not getting any help there with his serve, but good second serve, and then held the forehand beautifully and made Draper change direction. What a hold. Here we go, Robbie.
Six cancel, 4 sets, a tiebreak.
Well, the next 10 minutes or so could be huge in the career of Alex Vukic.
Thank you. Players are ready. Thank you. Please.
And he'll need every ounce
Please
of energy from this crowd.
Show some respect to the players. Be quiet when they're ready to serve, please.
How is that in?
Yeah, he's hitting that line perfectly, isn't he? Outside edge of the line, I think it was. If we can see the replay. Outside, I would say, Robbie.
Yep, good serve.
Vukic would like to have a replay on the left.
Not sure he's...
line. Sorry.
Well, it's his choice, but you don't want to hold up play and lose any rhythm here. The tennis is getting more desperate, Rash, isn't it?
The level just keeps rising, and I mean, that was a great defensive point, but just the calm, actually, of Alex is extraordinary.
He's done him again. There seems destiny here to me, Robbie. Those 2 volleys he's come up with. That one a little bit off the throat. I mean, it is going his way here. Poor drop shot from Draper, but hit a great passing shot, and that was off the throat. Some luck for the Aussie on one of the biggest moments in his life. So he's not far away here. Draper to serve.
Can we please stop with that?
He wasn't quite balanced, was he, for that?
2-all.
Just
Please again, ladies and
wanted
gentlemen,
to finish the point
stop
too early.
Screaming just before the players are ready to serve.
Gee, gutsy play from Draper.
3-2 Draper.
Great choice of shot there, Jack. No one was really expecting that. He played it well. Jack Draper's so deep in the court, isn't he? He gets pushed back a long way. I mean, he's a big guy. But he's a big guy to be way back behind the baseline, trying to scramble defensive shots back. And Vukic playing that to perfection, really. Big moments in a young player's career here for both of these guys. This guy's a previous US Open semi-finalist. This guy hasn't been past the second round of a major before this tournament. Finds himself in the third round with a chance right here to make a fourth. Held his nerve magnificently, Vukic there. Bit of desperation there coming in on that. From way back deep in the court, and not enough on that approach.
And tickles the tape.
Too good.
Yeah, well, one thing he's good at, and that's overhead, that's for sure.
He will continue to go for his shots. Well, Draper, he'll take it on.
He's getting a lot of first serves in of late too, which has helped him. He's coming in on every ball, isn't he?
A little short on the return. That only just made it over the net. And again, it's Draper who's being more offensively minded, who's going after his shots, who's coming in.
Yeah, the return there. Just too short.
Astonishing.
Jack Draper made him play 4 or 5 difficult balls there under pressure, kept scrambling. know what the game plan is. Wonderful point from Draper.
Absolutely, no hesitation in coming forward.
You know he's coming forward. It's in his DNA, it seems, in the tight moments. And he's got to serve to equalise.
And spare a thought for Vukic. That first serve missed by about 2 millimetres.
Ladies and gentlemen, players are ready. Thank you.
Set point Draper. Draper and Vukic will take us the distance. And it'll be the third consecutive match for both of them that they have to go 5. So another one-set shootout for both of them for a place in the 4th round.
That is just magnificent. Talent right there. 5 of the best shots you'll see on a tennis court, really, and that is as good as it gets. One thing Vukic has to be ready for now is that on the big points, Draper is going to come forward. You have to be ready. You either keep the ball super deep or you go in first. Or be ready to hit a very good passing shot. But the other guy's coming in if you're Vukic. Good to be serving first, I think. I'm sure Jack would have liked that as well.
Yeah, despite the fact that we often say that, Fitzy, the stats actually show there's almost no difference.
Is that right?
Yep, it's nigh on 50-50.
Gee, I know I'd rather serve first.
Me too.
Get your head in front. It's psychological for me.
Yep, I'm with you.
I reckon Rashid would want to throw the first punch too, Robbie. Don't you think?
No doubt.
And then put it down to endurance after that.
No, I'm with you. I think the psychological play here in this first, and you've also got the advantage of the home audience as well, and more pressure moments when you're the player coming out and having to try and tie it all up every time.
It's interesting. I remember asking Jim Courier that question, and Jim said he actually preferred serving second. I said, why? And he said he always enjoyed serving second in a 5th set because he would serve out of the break and he would have had a rest before he served.
Not for me.
No, me neither.
So he's got to stand up on the baseline more, Vukic.
15.
Because Draper's either going to drop shot or hit and charge more often. One or the other.
We'll just have a quick listen, folks, to the net points won by set for Draper. 3 out of 5, 3 out of 6. Third set, 7 out of 7. Fourth set, 12 out of 15. A lot more proactive.
He's serving better now too. I still don't know where those 2 double faults came from at that huge moment in the third set.
And Fitzy and Robbie against Kokkinakis, when his back was against the wall, it's exactly what he did. He stepped up and actually got really aggressive, and it was his backhand that got him back in the match. And then the following set, he continued that on.
Good on him.
Final sequence, please. Thank you.
Draper now currently the odds-on favourite, 62 to 38. Wow, he's hit that shot well. Because it's against the spin, so the ball is naturally going to slide off your strings, so it's always going to go away from the lefty's forehand.
They've been rare. I think the forehand has got him into this position. He's got to continue to use it like he used it on that first point in this game.
Yep, be brave.
And that stops Draper rushing him or coming to the net or drop shotting during a rally.
Stop, please. Sorry. Legs. Crossman.
Well, there's so much on the line. Of course, a place in the fourth round for both of them. This is a one-set shootout that's worth $130,000 as well. Valuable ATP points.
Draper's trying to wheel himself over the line here, isn't he?
Desperate. And that's going to cost Vukic. Not sure that shot was on. Draper with the early break in the fifth.
All right, Melbourne. Melbourne, it's time to put your hands together and get ready to game, set, clap. Let's go. Oh, this is too easy. Let's go faster. Oh, we need more energy than this. Faster again. Now louder. Keep going. Go, go, go. Nice, Melbourne. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was priceless.
Time.
Somewhat questionable shot selection costing Vukic in that third game. And he struggled to make any inroads in the last 15 minutes or so on the Draper serve. Tell you now, he has only won one of the last 20 points against the Draper serve.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
Amazing, Robbie.
That's going back to the 7th game of the previous set, where he had 2 break points.
Got a little tired look on his face, and these last few games his court position's changed, hasn't it? He's a bit further behind the baseline.
Left person.
Called good. Called good. He's really attacking, isn't he, Draper? He's trying to wheel himself over the line. You've got to hand it to him. I think Alex felt that ball might be going deeper, through the air. Was surprised when it landed on the line. So 3-1 to Draper. He's got the break early. He's got the better body language right now. Not that Alex is bad, but there's more energy up the other end. Just missing that forehand of his that's been so good all night.
Love 13.
Do you think Draper looks better physically right now?
Absolutely, and he's just a competitor, isn't he? Have a look at him, as you said, Fitzy, willing himself. We know he's a fighter, but he's just rolled up his sleeve and gone to work every single point, and there's just a definite lack of definite tiredness up the Australians' end for sure.
Oh, gee, what feel there out of nowhere. What a big moment now. It's a cruel old game, isn't it, for one of these competitors here?
Yep. That is unfathomable. Done all the hard work, getting that return back in play.
Take the ball, please. To your left.
Will we remember those 2 points? If this man can come back and steal victory here, those 2 points will be remembered, yeah.
Advantage, Draper.
Jack knows these are almost like match points, given how well he's serving. It's in. It is very much in.
Advantage, Draper.
He loves that hooked forehand down the line, and he would have loved that view. Another chance to go up a double break. It ain't happening yet. Not on Vukic's watch.
And maybe this situation with his back to the wall is making him just throw a little bit more caution to the wind and go for his natural game again. For his sake, let's hope so. Wow, great second serve there.
Advantage, Vukic.
I feel like he's loosened up a bit again. gutsy effort.
It's a massive hold, isn't it? Big difference between 3-2 and 4-1. Oh, it's just a single break. He'll harbour ambitions of getting back into this one.
Time.
It's just the one break, 3-2. I can tell you that since he faced 2 break points in that 7th game of the 4th set, Draper has won 24 of the last 25 points on serve.
Well, there's another one. And the question is whether Vukic can build on that. Oh, he stepped it up again. This is what he was doing in the first few sets, wasn't it? That forehand, throwing some caution to the wind.
Thank you. Love footing.
You've got to love one-on-one sport. Got to love it.
Please. Thank you.
Okay, we've been here before, right? 5th game of the 4th set. Vukic had Draper love 40.
So if you get the serve back, he's coming in.
Two saved.
Please.
A little bit of magic on the Margaret Court Arena. On the brink of going down a double break. And you would have thought, Fitzy, it's game over then. Suddenly it's 3-all.
And I bet that win predictor's given itself whiplash, by the way.
Oh, yes! How good does that feel?
Well, the forehand now has Draper worried. Because he's locked in now, Vukic, making most of them and causing Draper some pain.
Bit of mini momentum now. Some elevation sensation.
Where's Pete Sampras when you need him? What a turnaround this is. Gee whiz, the crowd are fired up now.
Check this out.
Wow.
Some serious hang time. Magnificent pictures.
Yeah, and that's the retaliation from Draper that's needed. He has to also step up with aggression now.
The boy is back. He is back in a big way. Vukic takes the lead in the fifth.
Rash, did you see that coming?
Did not pick that at all, to be honest. There was a flat spot when we saw it. There were missed forehands. He was lost his rhythm, and he looked tired through the face, behind the baseline, got further on, and then out of nowhere. Yeah, never saw that, Fitz. Funny game, this, isn't it?
Oh, it's a funny game.
Check at this.
Oh, that's just awesome, isn't it? I wish he'd bent his knees up as well. That's a slam dunk right there.
I tell you what, some of these guys that I work with are hard to please. Eh? Guy's only been on court for 3.5 hours.
Well, his body language is saying to Draper, I'm here, pal. Come and get me. But Jack will not be backing down. This may well be worth a Davis Cup spot for this young man. I hope so. Not going to make every ball, that's the play.
Just enough on it.
He's got a long arm, hasn't he, Jack Draper? That was a pretty good pass there. Pretty darn good pass, and he anticipated, covered the net like a blanket. Got this long left arm on that volley.
Look how dynamic the movement is. You've got to remember, these guys are playing their third straight five-setter. And lest we forget, last year it was Daniil Medvedev who played 3 straight five-setters as well, quarters, semis and final. This is brilliant play. Measured to perfection. Jack Draper, a very healthy record in 5 sets here at the Australian Open. He's 3-0, 4-1 in his career. So much about belief from here on in.
Remember, there's a 10-point tiebreaker if it gets to 6-all in the 5th set. We saw one on this court about 24 hours ago, maybe 23. These guys are fearless.
And the grip change is so late. No chance you can see that coming.
Called good. Called good outside of the edge of the line. You cannot argue with that technology. Oh, what a return. Gee, he's looking for it, he has to. He knows that's the favourite serve down the middle. Great pick up from Draper to keep himself in this game.
It's beyond special. What an evening this is turning out to be for Aleksandar Vukic. He's 5-4 up in the decider. I mean, you have to think that this shot of Vukic is going to go cross court. He's got other ideas.
time.
Well, the Aussies and Alex Vukic would love for this to be his final game, but I'm sure the British fans in here and Jack Draper will want this one to continue on. Serving to stay in the match with new balls.
Got to keep covering that serve, don't you? That's his stock standard. He'll go wide at times, but he doesn't make it as often. Got to cover that middle one. Too good. When he gets ahead, he's a good front-running server, isn't he?
Certainly is.
Perfect game from Draper there, really.
Yeah, it was. And just got the boss just walked in and just decided to sit and take in this great entertainment. Craig Tiley. Laura Robson as well was alongside of Craig. Bit of Brit support.
And of course, University of Illinois support there with Craig. That's where he coached, where Vukic went to college. They weren't there at the same time. But he is an alumni.
Gee, that was brave from Vukic. He went so close to the line and he left his court open. It was there for Jack Draper to take. Couple of calls, couple of close ones going against the Brit. He's just in an aggressive mindset now, isn't he, Vukic? He's in retrospect maybe a bit early to go hard at that one, but he's just in that mindset. Not a bad place for him to be. Well, You could see him hitting that and coming forward, but that was a bricky drop shot.
6 games to 5, final set.
And at the very least, Vukic is guaranteed a deciding set tiebreak. What a get that was again from Jack. And his defensive skills, just so impressive. Turned the point around there, but the drop shot just lacked the necessary feel. This one should have backed himself to come in. That's what he's been doing really well. Certainly did that so well at the end of the 4th set.
Time.
Well, this is why sport is the best form of reality TV, folks, because there are no scripts here.
Thank you. Players are ready. Thank you. Please. Let's.
He's got to look for that one, hasn't he, Fitzy?
Absolutely. He won't go there every time, but most
Can we
times.
please stop this?
And he's so accurate, close
Please,
to that
can
middle
we
line to
respect
get
the
any
players?
purchase at all.
3 hours and 42 minutes.
Umpire laying the law down. Good for her.
Good job, Louise, reminding everybody how hard they're working. Can you believe it? What hands!
Desperation. One and then the other, I thought, had this point. Great touch there to drop that short off the end of the frame.
He's done so well not to turn his back.
But please.
Once again.
Gee, it's impressive at the end of 3 hours and 43 minutes, isn't it?
Once again, please, ladies and gentlemen, cheer
Great
for your
reactions.
player, but be quiet when the players are ready to serve. Thank you.
Just that ability to put that extra ball in play.
Draper. 6 games all. Final set tiebreak.
Well, Fitzy, me and you have been here before.
Ladies and gentlemen, final set
24
tiebreak
hours
will be
ago.
played at 10.
Daniil Medvedev.
Less than that, actually.
Yep.
It was later than this. It was 2 hours later than this, in fact.
And what a 10-point match tiebreaker it was. Alona Tien.
They both deserve to win this, these two boys. Good luck. It's a long way, 10 points. Sometimes I think you forget 7 points in a tie. First to 7 in a tiebreaker. It gets your attention really fast. This, you have longer than you think.
How good was the defense, though?
Yeah. And he's been winning his service points generally a little easier, hasn't he, Draper? Great start for the Brit. I think you've got to watch for him coming in now too. That's what he did at the end of the 4th. Vukic has to stay aggressive, I think, and keep using his best shot, the forehand.
Robbie and Fitzy, when was the last time that Draper came in and chipped a return off his forehand? Don't think I've seen one. That was a different shift, wasn't it?
It certainly was, Rash. I thought he was going to have a big cut at it. He has got the mini break.
Well, he peppered the forehand.
Remember, first to 10 by a margin of 2.
It's Greg Tiley, of course, the tournament director here. What an event this is. It's become. And one heck of a 5-setter here in the 3rd round from these two gallant young players.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, gutsy from Draper.
4-3.
Back to himself. That slice needs a little bit more heaviness, doesn't it? It just allowed Draper to get into position and dictate terms. On serve.
if you cast your mind back 12 months, it was Adrian Manarino actually who won the first 3 rounds here in 5 sets as well. One of these guys trying to replicate that.
Let's go.
First time the Australian's been in front in this tiebreaker. No chance you can pick a winner here. Robbie, if you can, you're too good for me.
Enjoy the spectacle.
Oh, the first serve for Draper is a massive difference for him. My goodness. What feel under pressure with your heart rate coming through the top of your head and you pull that off. He's got nerves of steel.
Oh, this was sumptuous. And this is not easy to execute when you're running forward quite aggressively to hit the ball so softly. But the spin control was gorgeous. Thin contact, plenty of check.
Thank you.
It's not going to miss out this time.
And his biggest concern was that front foot, and whether it was just going to touch the net. He looked down, and he was safe.
Rash, this volley for me had to be punched deep. If you flirt on a hard court with drop volleys, you have to hit them perfectly. He just didn't strike it right. A heavier volley deep might have been the go. Easy sitting here.
Watch the net. This is the angle we want. Whoa, I tell you what, that might have been worth a video review at the very least. Of course, the players can request that. We have that this year at the Australian Open.
Point stands, 6-all. Fortune favours the brave sometimes, doesn't it?
That was the difference in the 4th set tiebreak, wasn't it?
Draper here trying to penetrate. He runs into this backhand to create racket head speed. And he has the mini break. 3 points he is from victory. And now, so is Vukic.
Draper.
4 minutes shy of 4 hours. And still almost nothing to choose between these two.
Well, it's been tough to pick the whole way here. Both competitors have been magnificent. But only one stands at match point now.
Oh, that hack spin almost brought the ball back into the court.
Could you imagine if that had landed in? That would have been difficult to deal with the weird spin on that.
Yeah. Three hours and 58 minutes into this contest. Draper has a match point on his own serve.
Please. Game, set and match, Draper. 3 sets to 2.
A jaw-dropping effort from Jack Draper. For the third time, he wins in 5 sets, going the absolute distance against Alex Vukic. What a contest. 7-6 in the 5th to the Brit. He is through to the 4th round at the Australian Open.